Okay, good morning. I'm going to post this story time. And you're going to have to deal with the background noise. My daughter was home. Really runny nose, so not feeling great, so I let her stay home. I'm going to do my best to keep these to two parts. Nope, I'm trying to do something. Okay, but you're not listening. Go sit down. And I'm posting this because at the end of the day, I need other people to know so they don't get stuck in the same position. People that know and have followed any of my stories would already know some of this backup, but it goes back anywhere from 2 to 5 years. It starts with, amongst many of my transitions, I tried to invest in trade and work for Bitcoin. Nope, I'm talking. Kate, go play. So it wasn't specifically Bitcoin. It was, some of it was, but it was other things. Now I use Coinbase, and from now on, that's all I will use, and that's just that for me. That's my opinion, personally, until I know more about it. But anyways, back in December. No, before I even tell you, so I've mastered the avoidant energies. I've mastered the chaser energies. I've now just begun to understand the psychopath energy. And how I learned this was in December, late November, early December, I got a phone call from, I'm not going to say the guy's name yet because I want to, I have the receipts, I have all the stuff, but he called me and I basically kind of laughed and was like, whatever, dude, like, it's bull. But then he's asking me, talking to me about this company and this company and this company, people that I had actually invested, gave money to, and he knew the amount of Bitcoin that I was I should have received, like, pretty much to the, down to it, right? It wasn't that much, and now 5 years ago, it would have been worth even less, but with the increase of Bitcoin or whatever, it worked out. It was like 0.67 or something, right? Which was the right number. So he called me. He said he was an investigator and all of the stuff, and he knew he had a list of a bunch of the other companies. He asked me to confirm and how I paid them and things like that. Said he sent me stuff out in the mail. Well, I lost 3 different places and had moved around, so and which I told him that too. So I couldn't actually confirm if he sent me anything in the mail or not. I looked him up from the best that I could. Whatever. I had multiple conversations. Nope, I'm talking. Nope. I had multiple conversations with him. He explained to me that they had shut this company down, and basically they were returning the funds, whoever's name was attached to them, and they were tracing everything back. Grace, be respectful, because we're not doing that today. So, anyways, I try to gloss over these because you don't want to give too much detail. Don't get it twisted. I have the receipts. But when he was asking about some of them that were much farther back, and I straight up told him, well, yeah, I did have documentation. I did, 4:24 on the clock. I did have all of that, just like the government taking me for a bunch of money that I shouldn't have got taken for. I was eligible for these things, and I kept all of the bank statements, my pay stubs, and all that to verify it. And the fire that burned down all my business stuff that made me restart over, that I got $5,000 for, I lost over $30,000 worth of stuff. I've lost a lot over and over and over and over, and rebuilding, but then So when he said he sent things out to the mail, so he had addresses, he had things that, he had information that it's like, okay. And when I looked him up, obviously there was a couple other names um, like him, and then there were a couple small articles, and didn't say much, and his name did show up when I looked. And I talked 5 or 6 times to him anyway, and he never asked me for money. Never ever once asked me for money, anything like that. So he got my Bitcoin account on Coinbase, and I was losing my place. I was going to be homeless over Christmas. It's all up there. So that's when I ended up here. Stop. No, dude, today's not the day. Go play. So, anyways, he had a bunch of information. It was correct information. And then, of course, over the conversations, not only, like, I told him what I'd lost, and even I told him information about losing my place to live and all that stuff. Very sympathetic. I'm trying to help you. It should be processed. If you keep hollering while I'm trying to talk, you're going to sit your butt in the corner. Sit. Now. It's underneath you. Get it out from underneath you. Anyways, long story short, I gave him my Bitcoin address. This is back in December. And he said it should take a few days. They're processing the transaction. They have to release the funds, basically, whatever. And of course, I had other fires to fight because I had already lost my job. I was looking for work. I was losing my place to live, being evicted, trying to find a new place for no reason. And so it got let be. I didn't talk to him again until last week or this week or whatever, because I was busy. But I've got so many spam calls I've had to block on my phone, whatever. And his originally never came up from a spam number or anything. It was a valid. It came from an actual place, right? The first few times. So, and then when I recognized the voice or whatever, so. There was enough conversations that when I recognized the voice, and of course having conversations where they knew you already lost your house, you were losing your place, knew I had lost a lot already. Of course, very sympathetic, talking about, I have a 6-year-old too, and, I understand how it is, and that's why we're so fed up of these people doing bad things to people. I mean, literally, first of all, someone that can literally lie that much and then have that much information on you. I guess that's something that I didn't understand, how much information people could have, like the different places that you invested in and all that. How do they know that? My brother told me that he thinks that probably was the original people that ripped me off in the first place, which it could have been. I didn't think about that. Trust me, I've been accountable on my end. 1,000 times over, and I took the losses back then and just took it as my own fault, for being stupid. Even though I put in a lot of work, and I really had put in a lot of work, so he seemed very sympathetic and very... Hey, what did I say? Keep playing with me. Watch your show, or it goes off and you go to the corner. Okay, well, we gotta do part 2. Sorry, we have to have the parts with Miss Grace being a brat, but it is what it is. Hopefully, we can do this in under 3 parts.